stuck in there because it was like 11 degrees when I was driving over to work this morning. It was brrr.
And every day it seems to be getting colder because yesterday it was about 14, 15.
Winter is here.
Two jackets in the car. Just two.
And a heater.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. And Yawmul Jumu'ah Kareem on the 17th of Muharram 1448.
Big one on the show today, the interview with the newly appointed Deputy Minister for Higher Education, the Honourable Yusuf Cassim, expected on the programme as we progress through your breakfast rush this morning. We did interview him years ago as a student leader. He's been involved in South African politics since around about 2009, give or take, as a youth leader. And as we go through, and I'm reading the list of accolades that his or positions, if you will, that he's been nominated for, that he's held in politics. Candidate at the Democratic Alliance national election list since 2014.
Wow.
Yeah. Regional Eastern Cape election list since 2014 as well. Member-elect at the in our National Assembly since 2014. Member at the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education and Training since 2014. So it's not a portfolio that he is new to.
This is brilliant and so enriching to hear. It also is so uplifting because it tells all of us that the ladder is always there. You just have to try and climb.
Now, here in South Africa, we're accustomed to people holding positions this high up the ladder, as you say, in their late 90s.
Correct.
I'm kidding. Right? Well past retirement. This gentleman's 36 years old.
Amazing. Yeah? Finally, some steps in the right direction.
Inshallah.
Hopefully the other departments can take some leaves from this book too.
Let's get your traffic.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Lieutenant Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Fantastic. What is happening in the road?
Nothing.
Oh, that was short and sweet. Done. Everybody feeling cold.
No.
All right, give it to us. Dish out.
Okay, I missed the conditions in the KZN and Midlands this morning. Just make sure you reduce your speed, please, and maintain a safe following distance. Now, we'll talk about the Midlands as you go through Peter Mansburg, up Town Hill, going into the Hilton area towards Sidara, towards Moira, very misty conditions. So please, extra caution when you're traveling. Stationary vehicle on the N3 coming towards Durban. So that the Ashburton ramp, left-hand lane is closed, so there will be delays in that vicinity. And out for some extra traveling time. Between Durban and Peter Mansburg, there's no major incident at this point. Traffic is flowing quite nicely. Also the N3, N2, M7 as well. The M7 had a very nasty accident yesterday, but all the cleanup and recovery efforts have been completed. So the westbound and the eastbound is now flowing quite nicely. So hopefully it stays like that. Traffic lights not working, big intersection, South Coast Road, Edmonds Trail. In fact, the road along Edmonds Trail, all those intersections, Flower Road, the one going on to the freeway, Jacko Place, those lights are all out on Edmonds Trail. So just be aware of that and use them as four-way stops when you get to them, please. On your way to Johannesburg, near Nottingham Road, you got a truck involved in an accident that just occurred. Slow lanes obstructed. Traffic is moving past the scene. Just approach with caution, please, in that vicinity. Slow moving traffic on the N2 northbound as you're approaching the Spaghetti Junction due to roadworks. Just allow for extra traveling time, please. That's your first update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Appreciate it. You take it easy and we'll catch up with you just after 7 this morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. There you go. Now, I know. I already said when I was driving coming here it was like 11 degrees. Let's figure out what's going to be happening weather-wise for today.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
A clear day expected for Durban today, 23 at lunchtime, and thankfully No rain expected according to the weather app. Anyway, clear 23 at lunch. Peter Maritzburg, clear 22. It's feeling like 1 degree in Peter Maritzburg at the moment. So, yeah. Clear 22 for PMB at lunchtime. Richards Bay, clear 23 as well. Clear 23 degrees in Margate at lunchtime. Ladysmith from -2 overnight to a clear 18 degrees. Newcastle from 1 overnight to a clear 21 degrees lunchtime high. Johannesburg from -2 overnight, a clear 17 at lunch. Suffice to say, if you're landing there for a lunchtime meeting, take your blanket with you. Cape Town, cloudy 16 at lunchtime. I was chatting with a friend from Cape Town yesterday and just being told that it's been kind of gloomy weather in the mother city over the last week or so. And it's, Cape Town's got gorgeous scenery and that's why they live there and what have you. But because of the weather, it sort of brings you down internally.
Okay.
If it's just like gloomy all the time.
I love it.
Gloomy weather.
Yes.
I don't mind dull.
Like yesterday was
gloomy.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, it was gorgeous. Loved it. What's your favorite weather to do you in? For me, a little bit of grey, I don't mind. As long as it's not raining when I need to drive.
If it's like
I'm quite
light
happy.
rain?
No, I don't like rain when I'm driving because
all.
Durban drivers, when it rains, people do weird things. I mean, this morning, right? Generally speaking, I know for certain, not all, I'm not covering everybody in the same blanket here. For certain, like luxury German car brand drivers.
I need more water, Zach.
Right.
But there's equipment.
The indicator accessory is too expensive for them to buy when they buy the car. So they just leave it out. You got to guess when they're changing lanes, making a turn, whatever the case may be. I experienced that again this morning, coming over to work. And then you have a whole bus at 5:30. Where this fella's going, nobody knows because nobody can see him because he's got all his lights off.
Living life
Everything.
dangerously.
Thankfully, one of the rules for these guys is that they have these reflective strips, on the vehicle. So at the very least, your light gets to it and then it reflects back. So you can see, okay, there's this massive thing in front of you. Folks, put your lights on. Make life easy for people around you. And then when it's raining, stop using your accelerator pedal as if you're mixing your dal, rice and fried fish on a Friday afternoon. Stop it.
So I think the German cars are passing on the baton because everybody seems to be doing it now.
Man.
And for me, the scariest part, especially with the time that we live, is individuals crossing the road when you're not supposed to and you're wearing full black.
The first time that happened, I thought there was a gin walking across the road and I'm like, wow.
You lie.
Stop, you need a lift. No.
That's where you read your Ayatul Kursi.
So here's the thing. And I noticed this morning as well because it was kind of extra dark when I was driving. I don't know why, for some reason. Maybe a few lights, more road lights not working, whatever. But there's these reflective strips just on the top, one this side, on that side, and two on the bottom, very close to each other, walking on the road. And then it's like your brain's like, okay, wait, there's a dude wearing his work uniform.
Yeah.
It's probably navy blue. And he's got these reflective strips going across his arms and his legs.
Add that.
Well, listen, whoever designed that, brilliant. Well done.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Your future will be different. Different careers, different opportunities, different ways of working. So your education should do more than keep up. Regent Business School prepares students, professionals and leaders with practical knowledge, digital innovation, immersive learning and real-world experience for what's next. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regent.ac.za.
Right now, over 150 million children around the world are orphaned, facing hunger, hardship, and uncertainty. With Islamic Relief's Orphan Sponsorship Program, you can provide a child with access to education, nutritious food, essential healthcare, and a safe home. Your sponsorship is not just support, it's hope, security, and a brighter future. Be the reason an orphan child smiles again. Sponsor an orphan today with Islamic Relief.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush. From South Africa to the world.
I listen on my way to work.
I like the variety.
It's awesome. It's cool.
It's your number one.
Breakfast Rush.
Feel good.
The Breakfast Rush.
Makes me feel good. Brings back the memories.
The Breakfast Rush.
सहर का वक्त था मासूम कलियां मुस्कुराती थी हवाएं खैर मकदम के तराने गुनगुनाती थी अभी जिब्रील भी उतरे न थे काबे के मिंबर से कितने में सदाई अब्दुल्लाह के घर से मुबारक हो शहे हर दो सरा तशरीफ ले आए मुबारक हो मुहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा तशरीफ ले आए मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम हुवल हबीबुल्लज़ी तुरजा शफ़ाअतुहु हुवल हबीबुल्लज़ी तुरजा शफ़ाअतुहु लिकुल्लि हौलिम मिनल अहवालि मुक़तहिमी फ़ख्र आलम बादशाह इंसो जां सरवरे कौनैन सुल्तान अरब शाहे अजम एक दिन जिब्रील से कहने लगे शाहे उमम तुमने देखा है जगह बतलाओ तो कैसे गम अर्ज़ की जिब्रील ने ऐ शागिर्दिए मोहतरम आपका कोई मुमासिल ही नहीं रब की कसम मौलाया सय्यदुल कौनैनि व थक़लैनि मुहम्मदुन सय्यदुल कौनैनि व थक़लैनि वल फ़रीक़ैनि मिन उर्बि व मिन अजम मीठे मीठे आका मेरे मीठे मीठे आका मीठे मीठे आका मेरे मीठे मीठे आका صلي وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق न कोई आप जैसा था न कोई आप जैसा है कोई यूसुफ से पूछे मुस्तफा का हुस्न कैसा है जमीनों आसमां पर कोई भी मिसाल न मिली जमीनों आसमां पर कोई भी मिसाल न मिली या रसूल अल्लाह أكرم الخلق مالي من ألوذ به يا أكرم الخلق مالي من ألوذ به سواك عند حلول الحادث الأمامي سلام اس پر کہ جس نے بےکسوں کی دستگیری کی سلام اس پر کہ جس نے بادشاہی میں فقیری کی سلام اس پر کہ جس کے گھر میں چاندی تھی نہ سونا تھا سلام اس پر کہ ٹوٹا بوریا جس کا بچھونا تھا سلام ہے آمنہ کے لال محبوب سبحانی سلام ہے آمنہ کے لال محبوب سبحانی میٹھے میٹھے آقا میرے میٹھے میٹھے آقا میٹھے میٹھے آقا میرے میٹھے میٹھے آقا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا
Ghulam Mustafa Qadri on your breakfast rush on this beautiful Friday. If you've just woken up, just switched on, just tuned in on Facebook, on YouTube, social media lives, Jumma Mubarak to you as Qasida Burda Sharif plays out in the background. It's 8 minutes and counting to 7 this morning. Let's go back to like way before we were here in studio. Go check out your messages really quickly and get into your Durood count for today. Ismail Khan sending salams to one and all listening in, and Jumma Mubarak to all of you as well. We'll start our Durood count today with Sister Munira, Brother Hassan. 20,000 Durood coming from the two of them. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum Wahida, Rashida. Hope you're well. Shabir and Shaida Ali. 3,000 Durood onto the list from you guys out in Phoenix. Shaida Sayyid, 30,000 Durood today. 9,500 from Abdul Khalik and Sister Zubi. Razia Qadr, 75,000. Loving it. 75,000 Durood from you. Jazakallah khair for trusting us with those precious numbers. Abu Bakr Khan, salams TBR. How do you make antifreeze? This is a dad joke, man. It's a terrible dad joke. Oh.
Tell us. Please tell us.
Remove her blanket. It's so good, it's bad.
Terrible.
Amina, salamu alaikum. 12,050, so 12050. 12,050 Durood from you. Hajra Habib, salamu alaikum in Johannesburg. 35,000 Durood from you, and Amin to your dua. Safura Rahim, 10,000 Durood. Fozis in Peter Maritzburg, enjoying the cold. Ismail Ibrahim says, complaining about yesterday won't make tomorrow any better. That is so true.
Hit
so
the
true.
nail very hard there.
Sarah Adam, assalamu alaikum to you. 2,830 Durud. Imran, assalamu alaikum, brother. Jummah Mubarak to you as well. Hasina is in cold Newcastle, sending salams and duas to everybody. MSIJ, make shukr, it is Jummah. Farooq Khan sends through a picture of his dashboard.
Oof.
11 degrees.
Well, we hope you've got the heater on, and if you don't have that, you have us.
Yeah, 11 degrees. His tank is quite full, and his car's going to need to go for a service in less than 2,000 kilometers.
Very observant.
Yeah, that's just all the information that's on the dashboard. But anyway, Fazila Kaji, awesome zikr. Yes, it is. Every Friday morning from Cape Town to you here in Durban. Shanaz, assalamu alaikum to you. Glad you're enjoying the show. Appa Latifa, assalamu alaikum. Good to have you with us this morning. Appa Latifa hasn't sent through her Darood count just yet. Hasn't. But I see she's typing, so it's on its way. Now, conversation's already going on between... Can I do it? Can I say it like this? Between my people and his people.
You know.
We got people. A conversation's going on between my people and his, and who we talking about? The Honourable Deputy Minister Yusuf Cassim, that's expected on the program. So Brother Mondley basically on our side, and Minister's PA was he having a conversation trying to sort out exactly what's going to be happening just around about 7:10 this morning. So we get the opportunity to have a discussion with the Honourable Member of the National Assembly.
Looking forward to that conversation about how the leaders of tomorrow will benefit from higher education.
Oh, without a doubt. So, Mr. Yusuf Cassim, formed part of the DA's Youth Leaders Class of 2011. He became the SRC president at the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University in 2012. DA Youth Federal Chairperson in 2013. You like that? He's been there in the background, so to speak, making moves and making contributions to society, to South Africa, since very early on in his life.
Alhamdulillah.
He's just 36 years old. And he's doing big things, making big moves, boss moves, as some would call them. Member of the Eastern Cape, former member of the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature, former member at Public Accounts, that is SCOPA, former member Finance and Provincial Expenditure. He is an accountant by qualification. I'm just putting it out there. Former member at the Subcommittee on Human Resource Development. Former member Education. Former member Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature. Former member Economic Development, Environmental Affairs and Tourism. Sure. And if you're wondering why I'm saying former, it's because now, today, this morning, when he wakes up, he's waking up as Deputy Minister.
You know, there's a new rule that generally goes about saying that you can only have your CV on 1 or 2 pages for a company to read it.
Need a book.
Exactly. A whole book. But as a South African that sees so much every day physically in the classroom, in the schooling environment across the board,
right?
This is just like, what do they say? Nasheed to the ears.
It is. Now, we get a Faiza, what's going on with your car? Faiza sends us a picture of her dashboard.
Oil change service in 13 days? How cool is that?
Well, these cars will tell you what they need and when they need it.
Love it.
So she's probably got her car booked in for a service very, very soon. But the thing is here on the top, 4.5 degrees in Pietermaritzburg. 4.5 degrees in Pietermaritzburg. This picture was taken just minutes ago. And, sure.
The only thing we can say to you is just increase the volume.
Yeah.
And the heater.
And yes, must use the heater. Why not? It's 2 minutes and counting to main news at 7. I was going to say 8.
You courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031-306-4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickville Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
Every day's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081-207-8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zainab.
And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London.
We only listen to The Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news that 7,000 of Zimbabwean nationals were bussed back to their home country after occupying the Shell Crosser sports ground for 4 days. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. Thousands of Zimbabwean nationals were bussed back to their home country after occupying the Shell Crosser sports field for 4 days. Yesterday, surrounded by a strong police presence, buses were seen loading people and their possessions. An official from Zimbabwe who did not want to be named said he was concerned about his fellow Zimbabwean nationals' safety. He did not want the media to highlight that they were present at the grounds. Groups of Zimbabweans arrived from all parts of KwaZulu-Natal after allegedly receiving threats from anti-legal immigration groups moving through suburbs, businesses and informal settlements, demanding that undocumented migrants leave the country by the 30th of June. Shellcross residents were concerned about the humanitarian crisis unfolding because the Zimbabweans lacked tents, shelter or ablution facilities since arriving on Monday. Shellcross community leaders who did not want to be named feared that the grounds might become overwhelmed, like the incident in Sherwood where Malawian nationals sought refuge. Fatima Ismail, DA eThekwini Ward 71 councillor, said that her involvement in the refugee situation has been solely on humanitarian grounds. She said her immediate concern was to ensure the safety and well-being of the women, children and babies at the site. She added that the refugees have consistently expressed that their only wish was to return home safely. Smero residents in Edendale are caught up in the grip of a double service delivery crisis after a burst water pipe left the community without water, while ongoing repair work has cut off its main access road. The damage occurred at the entrance to the bridge leading into Smero and neighboring communities. The pipe burst on Monday, and by yesterday, frustrated residents were still waiting for repairs to be completed. With taps running dry, families have been forced to trek to neighboring areas in search of water, while motorists and taxis are navigating lengthy alternative routes as the only road into and out of the community remains torn apart by excavation work. Resident Nkosinathi Makatini said that the outages have made life difficult. Smero Ward Councillor Simphiwe Pungula said that the matter had been reported and he was monitoring the repairs. In more news, the murder case of Umgeni Municipality DA Councillor Nhlalayenza Ndlovu is gaining renewed momentum, with the two accused indicating their intention to enter into plea agreements with the state. Kailihle Shabalala and convicted killer Dion Matonzi appeared in the Pietermaritzburg Regional Court yesterday with their private attorney confirming that they were entering into a plea deal with the state. They appeared alongside co-accused Tobani Hlongwa and Nkosi Simphiwe Zuma of the Ngqamalala Traditional Authority. State prosecutor Advocate Elvis Cwega told the court that the state had expected to receive Section 112 guilty plea settlements from the private attorney representing Shabalala and Matonsi ahead of proceedings. However, the statements were only submitted on the day, prompting the state to request a postponement to study their contents. The matter was then postponed to next week Tuesday, when the two accused are expected to formally enter their pleas. Johannesburg authorities launched an operation targeting properties allegedly linked to illegal occupation and immigration violations in Sandton, resulting in over 10 arrests and investigations. Speaking during an inspection outside of a property at 41B Adrian Street in Johannesburg, MMC for Transport Kenny Kunene said that multiple city departments and law enforcement agencies participated in the operation, including City Power, Johannesburg Water, the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department's Tactical Response Unit, the Johannesburg Roads Agency, and officials from the Transport Department. Kunene described the property as being in a poor condition and alleged that authorities had identified 4 undocumented foreign nationals during the operation. And finally, the World Health Organization has declared the hantavirus outbreak over after the last identified contact of an exposed person linked to a cruise ship completed quarantine and tested negative for the virus. The outbreak, which infected 13 people and killed 3, involved the rare Andes hantavirus strain that typically circulates in Argentina and Chile. The cruise ship Honduras sailed from Argentina on the 1st of April. Let's take a look at financial indicators. The rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 22 cents, to the euro at 18 rands and 55 cents, to the pound at 21 rands and 67 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 33 cents. Gold is trading at $4,175.60 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $72.22 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with headlines at 7:30 for Radio Island Song News. I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. Headlines coming up at 7:30. It's now 7:05. And if you're on the roads, we've got to get you your second traffic updates for this morning. Remember, take it easy on the roads as you go. This traffic report is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Lieutenant Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we spoke about the accident on the N3 near Nottingham Road. That one's now been cleared up, so traffic is flowing quite nicely in the vicinity. Don't forget about those traffic lights that are out on Edwin Trails Drive, the big one, Edwin Trails on South Coast. Hopefully there'll be pointsmen there to assist you during peak. All those lights will get put back on. Accident corner West Street and Stanger Street, vehicle overturned. So what these people were doing at this time of the morning, I don't know. So there's a vehicle overturned there, so there will be delays going down Stanger Street. From the pictures I'm looking at, it's on Stanger Street itself. So just be careful. Approach with caution, please. Accident, Sanya Road and Steve Glen Road, a single vehicle accident. So the only thing causing obstruction at this scene here is the tow trucks. So approach with caution there again. There is an obstruction of the roadway, so there will be delays in the vicinity. Bit of slow-moving traffic on the N2 northbound as you're approaching the M7. Bit of slow-moving traffic on the N3 eastbound between Paradise Valley and Spaghetti Junction. M1 Higginson Highway, a bit slow-moving as well as you're approaching the M2. The M41 coming from JG Champion eastbound towards the Phoenix ramp, also congested due to roadworks taking place before the Phoenix ramp. So allow for extra traveling time, please. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Be safe, and we'll catch up with you in a bit on the show.
Wa alaikum salam.
It's 7 minutes now after 7 this morning. I'm really excited about this next interview. This brother, this gentleman, this honorable member now of South Africa's government was somebody that we'd interviewed on this program a number of years ago as he was climbing the political ladder, making a difference with every single step that he was taking, making positive contribution with every step he was taking up that ladder, now coming up to the point of Deputy Minister, the Honourable Nichal Cassim, expected on the programme after this quick break.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Gentlemen, it's back. The legendary Opanankan anti-stress shoe has returned to Brasilia and Designer Shoe Outlet. Handcrafted in Brazil from ultra-soft premium leather, anti-stress comfort, diabetic friendly. Built for real, everyday wear. Tried, tested, entrusted by men, from the workday to weekends. Back in limited quantities. Available at Brasilia Pavilion, Midlands Mall, Westtown Square, and Designer Shoe Outlet Westwood and South Coast Mall. Opanankan Anti-Stress. The peak of comfort technology is here.
Africa. Give the gift of clean water with Africa Muslims Agency. With every water well or borehole you donate, your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 17,000 Rand in Africa or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
As you travel today, remember Pelican Pharmacy is here to keep your health on track. Visit us at 262 Lenny Naidu Drive, Bayview, Chatsworth for friendly professional service and all your healthcare needs. Call us to schedule your medication deliveries and enjoy free delivery on chronic medication for your convenience. This traffic report was proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, caring for your health every step of the way.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The MTN Radio Award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Now, listen carefully.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I, Nichal Cassim, swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, respect and uphold the Constitution and all other law of the Republic. I undertake to hold my office as Deputy Minister with honor and dignity, to be true and faithful counsellor, not divulge directly or indirectly any secret matter entrusted to me, and to perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Thank you.
When that was played for the very first time, the excitement in many places and spaces in South Africa was quite tangible. South Africa's higher education sector is a critical crossroads. Is at a critical crossroads. From student debt and NSFAS challenges to concerns around graduate unemployment and access to tertiary education, the sector remains under immense pressure. This week, President Ramaphosa announced changes to the National Executive, appointing Nichal Cassim as the country's new Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training. Cassim is no stranger to public service. He first entered Parliament in 2014 at just 24 years old, becoming one of South Africa's youngest members of Parliament. Over the years, he has built a reputation around youth issues, education and governance. His appointment comes with both expectation and scrutiny. Many South Africans are eager to hear how he plans to tackle some of the sector's biggest challenges and help improve opportunities for young people. This morning on the Breakfast Rush, we're joined by South Africa's newly appointed Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training, Nichal Cassim. Honourable Deputy Minister, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and to all of your listeners, thank you for having me.
Firstly, Honourable Deputy Minister, congratulations from all of us here at Radio Al Ansar on your appointment.
Jazakallah khair, I appreciate it.
What was going through your mind when you got that call?
Nichal, it's a story that I've only just shared this morning on a different radio show. About 5 or 6 weeks ago. Nichal, are you still there?
Gee, we are still here. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. So this was a story I haven't really shared before. And when I was called by my party leader about 5 or 6 weeks ago, it was somewhat unexpected. I didn't serve in the National Assembly since 2019 when I left the National Assembly to serve in the Eastern Cape Provincial Parliament. And my initial reaction when I was called by the federal leader of the DA was actually to decline the appointment, given my responsibilities in Nelson Mandela Bay. It's a municipality that is imminently winnable for the Democratic Alliance, and to the Eastern Cape Province. And thereafter, in follow-up conversations about why the leader would like for me to take up this appointment, and of course, it's a huge honor to be considered for such an appointment by my party leader. I made istikhara, I sought guidance, and I accepted the role. So it perhaps is a bit strange. It's not your usual reaction. And I feel the weight of the responsibility, given that it is a deputy ministerial post. There is uncertainty as to what delegations the minister. Yeah, I do have a meeting now set up with the minister for this coming Monday. And I made it very clear to my party leader when he called me that I'm not interested in performing a ceremonial role, going to cut ribbons at different parts of the country. This has been a calling for me since my student days to fight for the issues of marginalized and underprivileged students, for access to quality higher education. And I made it very clear that were I to accept this role, that I would be vocal about the issues that I am passionate about, and that might be uncomfortable within the GNU.
Deputy Minister, how has life changed in the last 48 hours?
I think it has changed quite drastically. After the swearing in on Wednesday, I met with the national leader of our student wing to try and understand some of the issues. And when I arrived back at my accommodation in the evening, it then really became clear to me that there was a discussion taking place on social media and across the nation around attacks that had been launched against me. And so that has been something that I suppose I didn't expect to this extent. And my focus really has been to try and understand the issues within the sector, to be prepared to make an impact as best I can. So I am I suppose, working my way through the current environment where the discussions have now shifted to my religion, my faith, to my ethnicity and my background, which actually shouldn't be the focus given the serious issues that are affecting young people across South Africa.
You entered Parliament at just 24 years old. Looking back, what would 24-year-old Yusuf say about where you are today?
Nichal, that's a very interesting question. I suppose just to give you some context in my answer to that question, I only stood to go to Parliament to fight the issues affecting students. I didn't stand for any other reasons. I had no interest in pursuing politics formally. When I was a student leader, I was the SRC president at the Nelson Mandela University. Myself and my incredible team that I worked with quickly realized that there are systemic issues and structural issues that could not be solved at an institutional level. And that is what led me to change my journey, or the pathway that I was on at the time, and to make myself available to go to Parliament. In fact, I was imminently more electable on the provincial list in my province, and I was not electable to go to Parliament as to where I stood on the list, and I chose to remain on the national list because I said to the leadership at the time that I've got no interest in being a public representative unless it is to serve in the Higher Education Portfolio Committee in Parliament. So this has been a come full circle, because the issues that I was fighting for then still remain within the sector today. And therefore, you know, knowing what I know now back then, I would feel, I suppose, the weight of the responsibility of trying to make an impact in the current environment, and hoping and praying that I can make an impact in the role that I've been given, because there are hundreds of thousands of South Africans who currently are impacted and who depend on the work that we do. I've been inundated, for example, with messages from students that have not received their allowances. The impact that that has on an individual's ability to be able to be successful in their academics is critical. And therefore, you know, going back, I would never have thought that this would have been a possibility, but it is definitely a responsibility that I take very seriously.
What do you believe is the biggest crisis currently facing higher education in South Africa, Deputy Minister?
So there's a number of issues, but if I have to sort of try and tie it all together as to what is the core root of the problem, it's that government centralizes everything. And what ends up happening in that respect is that we have large bureaucracies that siphon off a lot of the money and the resources that are invested. And there are a lot of resources, substantial resources that are invested by government into the sector. The National Student Financial Aid Scheme, as an example, receives over 20 billion rand in funding from the National Fiscus. Similarly, the CETA's sector receives over 20 billion rand in funding through primarily the Skills Development Levy. And then, of course, other parts of the sector are also centralized. And that, for me, is the root cause of the problem. We have many companies that then are recruited and contracted in order to then provide centralized services, which siphon off a lot of the resources, that do not provide a service that is in the best interest and is enjoyed by the end user. And what ends up happening is that ordinary South Africans suffer. So my belief is that we must be decentralizing government. We must be bringing government closer to the people. Why do we need to centralize the funding of students when we can disperse funds to institutions and fund students more directly? Similarly, within the CETA's environment, the entire CETA's landscape can be reformed to ensure that the skills that are offered are relevant to the future's job market, which is currently experiencing an artificial intelligence disruption, we need to change the way that we think about government and funding skills development and training. And if we can get past that mental hurdle in this respect, in the approach of government, and put citizens at the center of what we do. What is the experience experienced by citizens rather than what is the way that government wants to do things? That mental shift is necessary for us to deal with the multitude of issues that exist within the sector.
If you just tuned in, this is Radio Al Ansar, your breakfast rush, and we have the pleasure of speaking with the Honourable Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training, Nichal Cassim. Now, Honourable Deputy Minister, you touched on this in a previous answer, and I want to delve a little bit deeper. Unfortunately, your appointment has triggered some Islamophobic reactions online. What is your response to that?
So I've thought about this, Nichal. I've obviously gone through the emotions of all of the comments that have been made, or the public commentary with respect to my faith and my ethnicity. And I thought very deeply about the contributions that have been made by colored Indian and Malay South Africans who have been in South Africa for generations, for well over a century. And the contributions made to the liberation struggle and the project that we are seized with in order to build a capable democratic state. And what has really struck me is that, given the attention that has been drawn to my appointment, is that this is an opportunity to bring South Africans together, to display the beauty in our differences. There is beauty in our differences, Nichal. We are a diverse nation. And unfortunately, recently, the political discourse has trended towards the extremes. The nationalist and divisive voices have gained traction. And that is very unhealthy for our nation-building project. We believe, as the Democratic Alliance, and I believe, that it is important to bring South Africans and communities together to unite behind a common purpose of building a South Africa that works for all South Africans. And currently we don't have a South Africa that works for all South Africans. And that is why we have a large part of our population that feels as if they're not part of the economy, that they don't have a stake in our democratic project. So our duty is to work tirelessly in order to ensure that we bring on board all South Africans, that every South African feels as if they have a stake in the fortunes of the country and the economy of the country. And, you know, Nichal, the last thing that I will just say in this respect is that we all have a choice to make as South Africans as to what is the society that we want to build for our children. And we can decide to divide ourselves, and we can decide to unite ourselves. But if we decide to divide ourselves, we will then embark on a very dangerous pathway. And it's not going to stop at attacking individuals on the basis of their faith. It's not going to stop then on attacking individuals on the basis of their ethnicity and their background. But this will become a monster or a beast that will be insatiable. It will consume the entire nation. The divisions and hatred will consume every single community, and it will prevent us from reaching our potential as individual South Africans and as a nation.
Thank you very much for your answer on that, Honourable Deputy Minister. I want to lighten the mood a little bit and go through a series of maybe 4 or 5 quick rapid-fire responses with the Honourable Deputy Minister. So, Minister, I'm going to say, take a deep breath, and here we go. Quick answers. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
One app you cannot live without?
My Qibla app on my phone.
one word your colleagues would use to describe you.
Friendly, approachable.
If you weren't in politics, what would you be doing?
A chartered accountant.
Honorable Deputy Minister Yusuf Cassim, it has been a pleasure and an honor speaking with you on the program again this morning. Thank you very much for indulging us. Have yourself a blessed day and Jummah Mubarak to you.
Jazakallah khairan, and thank you very much to yourself and to listeners this morning.
Assalamu alaikum, Honorable Deputy Minister.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's 28 minutes after 7. What an eye-opening conversation that was with the Deputy Minister of Higher Education, the newly appointed, mind you, Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training, Brother Yusuf Cassim, just saying that from everything I've heard, there's more light now.
Yeah.
At the end of the tunnel.
Alhamdulillah. The best is yet to come, and I don't think we could have had a better conversation on this Jummah morning.
There you go. It's your breakfast rush. Just enough time to tell you exactly what's happening down at our set of Vodacom stores.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
Super tech sales for you that are so good, we dare you to compare. Like our universal phone lanyard, an incredible device. The Body Glove phone lanyard allows hands-free access to your phone. It's a 50-centimeter lanyard with a detachable clip, fits securely around the neck, compatible with most of your smartphones. And the best part about this is you won't keep asking, hey, where's my phone? Get it today at 49 rands, available in beige and a stunning pink. We also have your multi-function bag. Call it a gadget bag if you will, holding everything you need tech-wise in one space. So you've got the bag, it's a Superfly bag, you've got your PD wall charger, your car charger, your Type-C to Type-C cable, and it's 1 meter, so pretty decent. You've got your 5000 mAh power bank with LED, and you've got your desktop stand. This is incredibly handy. You need one for the car, one for home, and even perhaps for the office. One of this today is on sale. Get it for 279 rand, saving you a good couple of hundreds. Or choose 2 at 550 rand and gift the second one if you will. We also have retractable 3-in-1 charging cables. Now this is pretty smart. It's your 3-in-1 charger that connects your phone to your computer for sync and fast charging. It also connects to your standard power adapter for convenient charging from a wall outlet. Super flat design, tangle resistant and fast transmission. Get it today with a limited 3-year warranty at 99 rands. So your phone is always ready when you need it to be. We've got your magnetic universal stickers, your wireless watch charging dongles. This is amazing because whether you're an Android or an iPhone fan, it's compatible for both. So perfect for your home, whether you are charging your phone or anything else. It's got a built-in magnet, so your alignment is perfect. And no need for messy cables when you can just plug the charger into your device via the USB and USB-C connectors. done. Efficiency over 80% and a strong magnetic hold. For your wireless watch charging dongle, remember, for Android and Apple watches, it's available today at our set of Vodacom stores for 149 Rand. Walk in, talk to us, we got you covered.
This is proudly brought to you by our set of Vodacom stores.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, a large group of Malawian nationals remain stuck at the Musina Showgrounds camp near the Beit Bridge border. Many are awaiting Home Affairs verification. The Madlanga Commission is expected to hear evidence linked to Deputy Crime Intelligence Chief Feroz Khan. Evidence leaders are likely to proceed with testimony in his absence. And finally, hundreds of rescuers in Venezuela cheered and embraced after pulling a 43-year-old man alive from the ruins of a collapsed building 8 days after deadly twin earthquakes. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. Remember, as you travel today, Pelican Pharmacy is here to keep your health on track. Visit us at 262 Lenny Naidu Drive, Bayview in Chatsworth for friendly professional service and all your healthcare needs. Call us to schedule your medication deliveries and enjoy free delivery on chronic medication for your convenience. This traffic report is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, caring for your health every step of the way.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Lieutenant Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. So we started this morning on the R66 between Guinea Global and Ishawe. The road is closed to protesters. There's no authorities on scene yet, but you're not going to be able to get through from Guinea Global to Ishawe or from Ishawe to Guinea Global. Completely closed. Accident involving two vehicles in the Morningside area, Churchill Road. I'm looking at this here, near, closer to Stamford Hill Road. So there is an obstruction going towards Amgani Road from there. From the pictures I'm looking at, just approach with caution, please. Because between Amgani Road and Stamford Hill Road on Churchill Road, that's where the accident, the two vehicles involved, and there will be delays there as well. Tangley to West Street, the accident almost cleared up. The vehicle overturned. Hopefully, it will be gone soon, and then traffic will be flowing nicely in that vicinity. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. You have yourself a safe weekend. We'll chat with you soon.
Count down to the 17th.
We all counting down to the 17th. You're the only one that can tell us what's happening on the 17th.
Well, it's confirmed. We just need to sort out the paperwork on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're done.
All right, team. It's official. You guys got to get your early morning goodies together because on the 17th, apparently, we're going to the beach.
Lovely.
Wahab is going to be bringing the fishing gear.
Uh-huh.
Buddy Governor is going to be bringing the kick fit routine.
And I will bring the boogie board.
and we're going to have a race on the sea sand.
Buddy will win.
Let's do it.
And we're going to give somebody a prize.
The only thing Wahab runs for on the beach is his line. Nothing else. He literally doesn't run
other things.
Assalamu alaikum, Colonel. Oh, that conversation was going bad very fast. But anyway, talking about Wahab, right? Abdul Wahab Kareem, assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jummah Mubarak to you guys and to the listeners as well.
Jummah Mubarak, my brother. Tell us, what's happening in your report today?
So currently there's a northwesterly wind, should reach around 11 km an hour. Your high tide was at 5:30 this morning and your low tide would be at 11:30. In the fishing front, on the rock and surf side, the excitement continues to build as anglers keep an eye on the ocean for signs of the main southern show. In the meantime, fishing has remained productive with cob, garrick, stumpnose, pompano as well. Proving to be a great time to be out on the beach or near the water, for the fish are active. On the central side, from Glen Ashley all the way to Ushaka, anglers have enjoyed a steady action with garrick, cob, kingfish, grey shark. Both have been feeding on chokka and live bait consistently. Also like to say well done to the same angler that caught a daga of 28 kilos last week. He caught one again this week on Tuesday, and a much bigger one. We're not sure of the weight. Well done to him. On the south coast continues to deliver a healthy mix, which includes stumpnose, shad, bream, garrick, cob, and the odd shark. Guys, if you're out fishing down south, you need to actually, if you know people there, speak to them and find out when, where, and how the fish are feeding. On the offshore side, the north coast is absolutely on fire. There's been kuta, there's been snook that's been dominating the catches. There are a few tuna around, and all these fish have been caught on live bait. If you are using lures, just make sure that you have them at different levels in the water, and you choose your speed. Slow down if need be to find the fish as well. The central side, the guys have been getting snook, they have been getting kucha as well. The snook have been around them getting them out and on fillets and as well as falling lures. The kucha have been falling to live bait. There have been a few cob on the bottom side and some decent reds as well. As we head down south, the guys have been getting tuna. There's been a few wahoo around. And it's important if you are down south to get frisky live bait because this seems to be working really well. Aliwal show that area there has been producing some decent fish. That would be your fishing report for this week.
Thank you very much, Brother Abdul Wahab Kareem. I think the big question that everybody wants an answer to is, when does Nichal get into the helicopter to go see the little silvery ones?
So, great news. Sardines are out. There's a huge shoal up in the Transkei. We're just waiting for colder waters. However,
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine that was out on the water, I think it was on Wednesday. And he caught some sardines trying for bait. So the sardines are around, but the only reason that we're not seeing them or getting them, or the guys are not letting, is due to the water still being too warm. The colder current is quite further out, so the netters are not going to be able to reach the sardines when they're that far out. We need the water temperature to go down to at least between 13 and 15 degrees.
Wow. Alrighty, well, you keep us informed as to the drop in water temperature so that we can let the pilot know when to fetch me.
Most definitely.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
7:41 this morning, and we all need to know what time we need to be seated in front of the television screen so that we can watch the World Cup football. And the man with all the information that you need, he's here. Let's get into your sport.
Dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Buddy Governor, Assalamu alaikum, Jummah Mubarak, and welcome back.
Walaikum salam, Jummah Mubarak to you and all the listeners, Nichal. It's getting exciting, isn't it? As we go closer to the latter part of the World Cup, really getting exciting. But before I move into Football World Cup, can I move into Cricket World Cup?
Yes,
well, South Africa woman unfortunately suffered a 40-run heartbreak against England last night at the Oval. thereby knocking themselves out of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup at the semi-final stage. Nonetheless, just to get into the semi-finals, big up to the women, but unfortunately just faltered at the last minute. England posted 169 for 5, thanks to Nat Saiba Bunt's brilliance of 75. Well, in response, the South African woman was restricted to 129 for 8, despite a fighting 51 from opening batter Tasmin Brits. England now moving to the final, where they faced Australia at Lord's this coming Sunday. Moving back to the FIFA World Cup 2026, well, there you go, exciting start. Spain, they smashed Austria 3-0. Mikel Oyarzabal, he netted a stellar brace to seal a clinical win out in Los Angeles last night. Portugal, all the hopes on Portugal for Cristiano Ronaldo, well, they sneaked through 2-1 against Croatia in the round of 16. It was a dramatic clash out in Toronto, Portugal scoring late into the game. Unfortunately, Africa's other hope, Algeria, they went out by 2-0 against Switzerland. It was played in the earlier hours of this morning. Switzerland punched their ticket with a comfortable shootout in Vancouver. 2-0 was against Algeria. Today, what can we expect? That's right, 8 o'clock, Australia and Egypt. South Africa's other hopeful, Egypt. And then Argentina, Cape Verde, that's going to be a dramatic one, I'm sure. Colombia and Ghana will finish off the round of 32 in the early hours of the morning. And of course, all three of those games are really, really good games. Watch out for the Australia-Egypt. Obviously, Mohamed Salah is going to be in action there. Australians are certainly no pushovers. Argentina, Cape Verde, oh man, Daniel and Goliath. But stranger things happen. Colombia and Ghana, there's another hopeful for Africa, for Ghana to go through to the round of 16. We'll catch all that and more, obviously, on Kickoff with me tomorrow, inshallah, inshallah.
Looking forward to it. Buddy Governor, thank you very much, and stay warm.
Yeah, indeed. And also the Echoes of the Casbah, 9 o'clock, right there on your favorite space on the airways, Radio Al Ansar. Assalamu alaikum. Jummah Mubarak to you all, Naz and the fabulous TBR team. Ciao for now.
Walaikum salam.
Buddy Governor, always informative. Look forward to the Echoes of the Casbah tonight on Radio Al Ansar, and of course tomorrow and Sunday kickoff with Buddy Governor at 7:44. When we come back, we'll conclude the Darood count and of course finalize your messages on WhatsApp.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security, and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
Your future in accounting starts with the right foundation. Regent Business School's SAICA-endorsed Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting degree prepares aspiring accounting professionals with the knowledge, discipline, and practical understanding needed for the world of finance, business, and professional practice. With flexible learning, academic support, and a pathway towards the PGDA, Regent helps you take your next step with confidence. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regent.ac.za.
At the new Checkers Saxony Westwood, you'll find everything from our signature steakhouse classic cuts, expertly aged and ready for the braai. Try something exclusive like our Simple Truth certified lamb, responsibly sourced, free range, and raised without added growth hormones or promoters. Checkers Saxony Westwood, butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
TBR, where you want to be when you grow up. The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Right, so multiple people have sent through messages and said, guys, which beach?
Surprise.
Because there's lots of beaches.
I think leave it.
It's no, I don't know.
Leave it as a surprise.
You never tell me to. So as soon as we find out, we'll let you know which beach. 17, by the way. He says pencil it in, because the paperwork's only going through Monday. Anyway, it's 13 minutes and counting to 8 this morning. Let's get into it and finalize your Darood count for today. Appa Latifa, 25,000 Darood. Jazakallah khair. MH Osman is Mr. Yusuf Cassim, related to Nazmeera Cassim.
In education. Always.
Rihanna Limalia, 10,000 Darood from you. Jazakallah khair. Okie dokie. W. Kaji, that's quite interesting. Freezing at 2 degrees in Escort. Oi, oi, oi. Khadija, stay warm, don't get sick. That's all we can say now. 3,000 Darood. This is Razia Khan. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. 15,000 Darood from Aisha Bibi Khan in Newlands West in Durban. Assalamu alaikum. Now, careful with this number, right? It's 465,310.
Got it.
465,310. Thank you very, very much, Mish. Beautiful numbers added on this morning. Farhana, 143,000. 143,000 Darood. This is Farhana Shali. She says, mine and my family's Darood count. Jazakallah khair. Fawzi. Fawzi's complimenting the new deputy minister, saying very well spoken, all the best in his endeavours. Ameen. 12,850 Darood coming through from Zenith Pillay. This is now Gulam, 1,969. Thank you, brother Gulam. Sister Zenith, 7,800 Darood. Safia, 13,600 Darood. 32,000 from Cameronisa. Jazakallah khair. Abu Bakr Khan, once again, I have no idea how he's doing this, but he's watching YouTube on the dashboard.
Nah, it's for his passengers.
You think it's for his passengers?
It has to be. You have to tell us what car you drive. How?
I'm forwarding this to myself because I want to use this on my social media. Maybe I'll post it up on Facebook later. We'll see. I don't know. But thank you, Abu Bakr. That's very innovative. Assalamu alaikum, Thaira. The podcast will be up and posted on Iono FM later on the show. Nuronisa, assalamu alaikum to you as well. Here's 366,000 Darood. 366 000 Darood. Sumir, thank you very much for handing that one there for us and sending it through. Jazakallah khair. 68,000 Darood from Yasmin Maharaj of Newlands West in Durban as well. We got to wrap it up with your Darood count and your breakfast rush in a minute. So, if you haven't sent your Darood count in just yet, please send it in now. Immediately, because we need to put it inside the count. And we're going to send it off to our brothers that are taking the numbers for South Africa and sending it off to the International Darood Marathon, where the target 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion. It sounds like a huge number, but let me tell you, with every single one of you putting forward your numbers every week, getting up to over 1 million every single week, the listeners of the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar over the last good many years, I'm going to underestimate and say you guys have done underestimation, 50 million.
Couldn't agree more. And that target that you've just mentioned, I'm sure that it will be reached before it's anticipated.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
With you every single day. And then on a Friday, sending us the numbers. So 0609041056. Send it through. And let's do that. Let's put the numbers together and send it off to the International Darood Marathon. It's 9 minutes and counting to 8. Now, before we end the show, I was not going to ask Brother Yusuf Cassim too many questions around the shade that's been thrown at him. We just delved into the question just slightly, and he gave us his answer as to how they're handling it and he's handling it. It's an emotional thing because you're being personally attacked, right? You're being personally attacked. Now, the personal attacks on social media, well, it's there. It's there for everybody to see. Since his appointment on the 30th, from that evening of the 30th, there were people coming through with racist comments. There were people coming through with attacks on him as a person. And I think that, he's handling it with a little bit of grace and dignity. He was called a terrorist.
Yeah.
He's being called a Pakistani. I mean, here's a gentleman who was born here. His family for generations were born here. He's Cape Malay. He's Muslim. He dresses in that manner, wearing the cultural clothing, the Islamic clothing. We saw images of him, making his declaration, accepting the position and title and all of that, dressed with his turban and a kurta, starting his declaration with the word Bismillah and going on. And he was receiving, just to say it mildly, he was receiving shade. Hate is what he was receiving. Now, taking all of that into consideration, here's a young Muslim man who is stepping into an influential position in the education sector, where we've been complaining for so many years that that sector needs upliftment, that sector needs some new energy, new blood to come in there and uplift our education in the country. And here is a young Muslim gentleman. I'm calling him a young Muslim gentleman. He's not yet 40 yet.
What do they say? Life hasn't started?
Well, to find out that there are Muslims in this country that are throwing hate at him.
Pathetic, truthfully pathetic.
I have a suggestion for you. The Muslim that is throwing hate at him today, just after midday, when you're given this amazing opportunity to go down on your knees, to put your forehead to the ground, to have a conversation with your Creator, when you are given this amazing, amazing opportunity to stand alongside your brothers, shoulder to shoulder, and pray and have a conversation with your Creator. My suggestion to you is to pray for understanding.
Ameen.
Is to pray that the hate that exists in your heart is removed drop by drop, so that we don't throw shade on any human being, no matter their affiliation with whatever you disagree with, because in this world, we're allowed to disagree. We don't have to hate each other. We can just disagree. We can be nice human beings. We can be good people and hope and pray that our goodness, the goodness in our character, teaches the next person to do good and be good. So with everybody in society throwing shade on this young man who, by all accounts, is just there to make a difference, a positive change.
We ask you to make dua for him as he takes on this journey to just make this country a better place. Regardless of what you do in this world, people will always do that, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's you, your intention with your Creator. Khalas. Don't let it get to you, Nichal.
No, I'm not going to let it get to me, because here my personal belief is this. That no matter how educated you are, stupidity and ignorance knows no bound.
Yeah, I think it boils down to akhlaq, to the character of an individual.
Yeah.
Something that, I don't know, stems from various different places. But if you don't want to change, if you don't want to instill it within yourself, then du'as.
Du'as indeed. You have that opportunity coming your way in just a few hours from now. Just a few hours from now. Please take it for your own personal benefit. Please take it. Take that opportunity. Make dua. Leave it there on the ground. Leave it there on the ground. The hatred, the shade that you carry around with you want to throw to somebody else. Leave it there. Leave it there. Anyway, that's it. What is the grand total for today's?
I'm smiling from cheek to cheek.
Right.
1,360,909.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
Beautiful numbers. Your Salah times for today, the 17th of Muharram, 1448. Zuhr, 5 minutes past 12. Asr, 33 minutes past 3. Maghrib, 11 minutes past 7. And Isha, inshallah, 34 minutes past 6 tonight. Have a lovely weekend. Be the best version of you.
I've said this for the last 28 years on radio. I don't think I'll ever stop. Because it is a 4-worded lesson that I need to learn first. And after I learn it, you learn it too. Do good, be good. Till the next time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group at the